interact with friends and family and just people that we run into and just how kind she is to them and just knowing that that's what I experienced.
So Joey could find Madison's Instagram account, but he couldn't find a conditioner and shampoo. To another episode of Clear Hair. Today we are discussing the Love is Blind reunion. Somehow we have gotten here. Because there wasn't a lot to talk about them with, Taylor and Daniel look like they're glowing. Like you can just tell like their pH is balanced. Like they just look like they paid all their bills. Something about them just looks so happy. Like I truly feel like they need to just, after this, all right, y'all, bye, thank you, and then just disappear. Like I don't want to ever see them again. Like like they're too good for them. They're kind of like I put them up there with especially from how they started. Like they look so happy a year later, still happily in love. All right, so we're gonna go to the first couple, is Devin and Virginia. So first of all, Virginia looked breathtaking. Like whoever finds it, please find me the link to that dress, because I see my birthday dress for this year. Okay, I probably want it in a ruby, because that's my birthstone, July, but I want that dress in red. Thank you. I have on here too, so Virginia starts off, sans conscience. Like no one asked her. She started, I just want to let everybody know that I'm a supporter of the LGBTQ community and I support pro-choice. And I was like, girl, what happened? I really want to know like what exactly took place, because like it just came out of nowhere. Like I don't know what happened, but she just started off like that. What I can assume or infer is that there was some pushback on the internet, and I feel like she caught a stray, because Devin is clearly very much conservative, very much not that. Anyways, so Virginia goes forward to say that the night before the wedding, which is wild, the night before the wedding, she sees a letter from his ex, and he was like, I don't see her as my ex. I see her as a friend. And I'm just like, I don't see you as an idiot. I see you as an imbecile. Like, what you mean? I literally, sometimes, also, he got a hairline refresher. I don't know if y'all caught that, but Mr. Devin must have heard people talking trash, but he definitely got his hairline done and filled in. And y'all was coming for me in the comments last time, not on here, but on Facebook. Y'all was coming for me in the comments saying, his hair look fine. I was like, he knew it was empty. Listen, one thing about black people, we're going to tell you about that hair. We're going to tell you about that lineup. Okay. Anyway, so there was $1,000 check given to Devin from his mama and his mama's boss or whatever. And so when Virginia confronted him on it, he was like, oh, I wanted to make sure we actually got married before I gave it to you. I was like, me, burst on me. After all that trouble, y'all should have went 50-50. You should have, okay, you get 500, I get 500. Like, no offense, but Virginia's a doctor. We don't know what Devin does besides waste time. But Virginia's a whole doctor. She's not sweating $1,000. It's the principle that even if you weren't going to get married or not, you should have still stepped to her and said, hey, we got $1,000. I don't know if you want, like, hey, I know we had a breakup, but anyways, they're not dating each other. And then like there was like a battle of who ghosted who, because apparently they tried to date after, which me personally, a lot of people are just like, oh, you know, like after you break up, you go back. I was like, ooh, maybe it's my avoidant attachment style, but once I'm done, I'll give you a million chances, but once I'm done, I do not go back. Like I probably have like a block list. I'll probably have a block list longer than the naughty or nice list by Santa Claus. It's probably longer than that. Like once I'm done with you, it's pretty terrifying. I scare myself. Once I'm done with you, I'm done. Like that's why after the wedding, like they were still talking. I was like, that's really weird to me. Your first time seeing me would have been at the reunion. Like that's why I give so many chances. Like, Claire, you gonna give this person a chance? I was like, yeah, because I know when I'm done, I'm done. I don't do back and forth. I don't do on and off. Okay. But Devin and his new hairline are there, and I don't feel like he's changed. Like after seeing his mom just sat there and just like pacified him and saying, oh, she's not ready for marriage. I was like, listen, let me tell you something about women. Excuse me. you don't put on that much makeup if you're not ready for marriage. I ain't gonna hold you. If she wasn't ready for marriage, like she was ready to get married that day, but I truly feel like I think she knew beforehand because there's certain issues they didn't want to talk about, but they're split up. No one cares. All right. So next person is Ben and Sarah. Sarah got red bottoms, which tells me how much money is everybody making. Anyways, Ben and Sarah, similar issue with Devin and Virginia, that they didn't have the same stance on. They didn't have the same stance on big issues. You know, like with Sarah, her sister is part of the LGBTQ community, and she has a partner as well. And like there was a sermon by Ben's church that said pretty much, you know, leading towards the conservative side, but like, you know, marriage is between a woman and a man. You know. And Ben was like, oh, I don't remember that. I don't believe in that, you know? And I don't know, something about the way she kind of wanted him to answer it, because to me, I feel like you are what you are. I'm not going to ask you. Like, to me, what she wanted, let me show you an example. It's like when you clean the whole entire house you clean the whole entire house and then no one says thank you. And then like when you say, hey, you didn't say thank you, like, oh, thank you. That's what she wanted. Like she wanted more of like, I want you to bend towards my will. Ooh, bend towards my will. I'll keep my day job. But like she didn't want him to actually give a real answer, because in her mind, he's already gonna, like, I don't know what she wanted for him. Like he came off rip and said he's neutral, which means he's chosen a side. There's no such thing as neutral. Sorry. There isn't. There's no such thing as neutral. It's either you're on the left side or on the right side. Okay. Another thing too was that they dated after, but like, I think it was like, there was like I said, there was some level of confusion there once again, which like I say, I can't believe they dated after, because it would have been like, oh my God, this is my wedding day. And then I would have went home and you would never saw me again. Okay. But so basically this is another case of the mysterious ghost, who ghosted who. So Sarah was moving because she's a traveling nurse, right? So Sarah ended up moving to, I don't know, another state that's not Minneapolis. Minneapolis. Ooh, that's a big word for Elmo. 1 second. Minneapolis. Oh my God, that took me out. I can say pterodactyl though, and escalating. I don't know. Anyways, but basically, there was a timeline where she was like, hey, we're going to meet in this, he works from home, you know, blessing to work from home. And she was like, okay, you can move here 2 weeks to 8 weeks with me, or blah, blah. He, after he saw that she made it, those 12-hour drive, whatever, which is crazy. He turned off Find My Friends and he thought it was done after that. Me personally, I feel like when Ben said he still wanted to date after, he still wanted that level of relationship. Okay, we're just gonna leave it at that. Okay, he still wanted that relationship. He still wanted that as long as he could, because men are different from women. All right, like men truly, like, I mean, women can do it too, but men truly, like, it's like a list. It's like it's a grocery list. It's like, okay, pick up juice, do this, get carrots. Like, it's literally a grocery list, you know? So he's just like, I don't want to have to go out of my way to find a new store to shop at. Does that make any sense? So once she moved 12 hours away, he was like, this is no longer convenient for me. Let me end this. Like, men are pretty easy. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, when it comes to that level, men are pretty easy. But yeah, basically, you know, Sarah was just like, Sarah found more comments, like 1,000+ comments under the TikTok. The TikTok was their main storyline, and issue was the fact that somebody on TikTok made a whole thing about Ben being manipulative, and he was just not an overall good person. He pretty much orchestrates everything, which Sarah kind of touched on a little bit. She was like, I feel like everything I listened to was orchestrated and blah. I was like, but my thing is like with Sarah's not innocent either. Like, I feel like you knew off rip that he was not it in the pods, but you wanted to be married. You wanted to have a ring on your finger. You wanted to be able to sit there and say, oh, I was a fiance at one point. Like, with women, it's literally like, mission completed. Like, it's literally like a trophy to at least be engaged or be married. It's a trophy. I don't know when we're going to get rid of this. I really want us to get rid of it one day. Because, like, if she knew, if they would have said, say, okay, you can get engaged, but it's gonna be off camera, she would have said no. She would have said no. She wanted the clout that comes with it. She's had plenty of clout. I mean, her views have definitely gone up, whatever. But yeah, that's the end of they're not dating. So the next one is Monica and Joey. Monica, stunning. Oh my goodness, like I don't know what the makeup, maybe the makeup artist during the wedding was going for a natural look, but how she looked at the reunion, I was just like, she looks so good. Her mama was there. She looks so good. I literally have on here stunning. I mean, all the women look beautiful. Just stunning, like just perfectly. Like I love when people wear their color scheme. Okay, red looks beautiful against her. She's a summer. Anyways, but basically, neither pretty much Monica was saying how, she said she didn't feel secure or confirmed by Joey, and Joey was just like, oh, the first time she ever said I love you was at the altar. I didn't know, but I was like, by me, Joseph, you didn't say nothing either. Okay, you didn't say nothing about that either. But come to find out, Joey felt some type of way because Monica's sister, the mean one, the evil stepsister, he felt some type of way that she was never going to accept him. And I was just like, first things first, you was not attracted to her. Y'all don't know the story of Helen of Troy? They literally fought over this woman when there was plenty of women in Greece or wherever it was at, or Rome, wherever it was at. They fought over one woman. All right? They waged a war for her. And you're worried about this girl's little sister, older mean sister? I'm just not buying it. You're not attracted to her. Which, come to find out, the day after the Tooming episode, he slid, after they met everybody, he slid into Madison's DMs and said, cool pink hair. Now, let me talk about something real quick before y'all get ignorant. As someone who has probably been hit on in a year, most people have been their own life, I can tell you every specific way men will hit on you. There's curious hit on. Oh, what you got there? There's helpful hit on. Oh, I saw you needed help with that. And then there's observation hit on. Oh, nice nails, nice pink hair. Okay, so he came in and sent her the DMs and said, oh, nice, cool pink hair. And then like Madison kind of just left it at that, just left him on red. And Joey's defending himself and he's just like, oh, I was just making an observation. I was like, okay, then how come you didn't tell Ben his hair was cute? How come you didn't tell Molly her hair was red? Like, you think you're slick and you're not good. Like, one thing I hate is a player who's dumb. Like, if you're going to be a player. Like, what it did prove to me is my theory is that Joey does not like anybody who's non-white. And it's okay, baby. I get it. I wouldn't understand because I've dated every race, but I get it. You only like vanilla ice cream. You don't like the Neapolitan. We get it. But tell the truth. Tell the truth, okay? Like, I don't understand why we went through all this when you should have just said you weren't attracted to Monica, which I don't know how. This girl is a goddess. Like, I promise you, after this show, which for some reason I put in this note, they did not ask if anybody was dating anybody outside of that person. Like, I don't know. This one felt like they were focused on making it a Love is Blind 5th year anniversary event. That's what I feel like they're trying to make it do. But someone like Monica is going to get wifed up tomorrow. I promise you. I wouldn't be surprised if by end of year she's engaged to somebody, or the next year she's engaged to somebody in February. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. I really would. Nothing would surprise me about that. This girl has such a light to her, like such a light to her, like just so, just overall just has such a light to her. Like, she's just so, I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, they're not dating each other. And, Monica being the bigger person is like, you're just an amazing person, but you just wasn't ready, blah, blah. Me personally, like, Joey's going to wake up one day, hopefully fine conditioner, but he's going to wake up one day when he's like 42 and try to call Monica up, and her husband will be in Italy. Her husband, or maybe her kid, I don't know, you don't have to have a kid. Her husband and her dog will be through their 3rd honeymoon in Italy, and he's going to be by himself. Just keeping it a buck. Like, I don't know. And then the skateboard, I kind of want to beat him with it. I know that's not nice. I know I can't say that. I know that's not nice, but I kind of want to break that skateboard, like, I'm really trying to fathom on why I'm really trying to fathom on why he keeps coming in on a skateboard. Like, no offense, but like certain activities when you're in your 30s, it looks pathetic. I ain't gonna hold you. But yeah, they're separate. I really hope she takes time to really just truly love on herself. Like, like have a year maybe, or find a man, but Joey wasted her time playing in her face and used her sister as a scapegoat. Cause I was like, how was she a problem when y'all was in Honduras, y'all was perfectly fine. But then when you got over here, you said, oh, it's the sister. I was like, well, regardless of the sister, I don't care about the sister. You're marrying her. You're not marrying her. Anyways, so Dave and Lauren, I just like, I have a list of people of people who should have been there, and one of them is definitely Dave's sister. Like, he keeps talking about this sister, and me personally, I'm starting to think that Dave's sister is. Do I have a puppet somewhere? This is Dave's sister, Siri. Like, this is Dave's sister. Like, I'm thoroughly convinced he does not have a sister. He is just not attracted to Lauren. He's not attracted to her. And all the crying and all that was just because of the fact that he doesn't like, a lot of these guys I'm starting to notice that a lot of these guys on Love is Blind, like, they don't care about being a bad person. They care about looking like one. Does that make any sense? Like, they care about looking like a bad person compared to being one. Cause I was like, wait a minute. I'm serious. Wait a minute. So you're telling me that this sister is not going to be on the episode? I wanted to close the TV right there. That didn't make no sense. Anyways, but he was saying how, like, Dave further proving why we don't care, why we shouldn't care. Dave was like, I just wanted people to know. I just wanted people to know that my sister just didn't want me to be seen in a bad light and blah, blah. And then come to find out, Mr. Hinge, that's what I call him. So the guy that she was talking to, come to find out, Dave was like, I got some clarity on the fact that, like, 2 or 3 months before the reunion, I got some clarity on the fact that what he said wasn't true. He was just doing that to, like, drag himself and get himself attached to it, like a parasite, just attach himself to the situation and blow it up, blah, blah, blah. And once again, now, the only thing about Dave compared to Joey is that Dave is more conventionally attractive, which I do not find him attractive. I find them both children. Okay. Even though I'm older than both of them. I know, but I don't crack. But I feel like there's something to be said about the fact that you wasn't believing your girl, which tells me that you was not attracted to her. Like, you don't understand, when a man is attracted to you, there's nothing that will keep him from you. Okay? Not even a restraining order. That's a story for another day. Anyways, but, like, when a man's attracted to you, there's nothing that's going to stop him. I promise you that. There's nothing that's going to stop him. So when you sit there and tell me that, oh, well, I heard a rumor from a rumor, I was like, first things first. When you get married, you are one. Okay? When you get married, you are one person. All right? So when you sit there and you tell me that you're already believing people outside of your marriage, you're already failing. You might as well hang it up flat screen, like Nicki Minaj said. Hang it up flat screen. You're already believing people. And when he found that clarity, he gave that clarity to Lauren, and Lauren was just like, well, I'm glad you found that clarity, but have a nice life. As she should. Like, she literally was in tears back to back. And me personally, like, I don't like seeing people cry. Like, I truly feel like authentic tears, but I hate seeing people cry because, like, to me, crying, at least for me, I didn't even cry last year. I got to work on that. Crying to me is when your body has tried everything else to express its sadness, and that's the only way it can do it. That's the only way it can release itself. That's why I've always respected people who cry. I know that sounds weird, but because I know their body tried everything. Kids know, absolutely not. My niece cried because she realized the sun goes away for the day. I don't got time. Anyways, but I just feel like in that aspect, like there's truly something there that we need to start really having discernment. Like, you could have literally been living a life with Lauren somehow. I don't know. Lauren gives me pick me vibes because this dude was a red flag from the get-go. But Dave could have been out there living his best life with Lauren, happily up there. Not like Taylor and Daniel, because those are soulmates. Dave and Lauren, absolutely not. But, like, he could have been up there at least happy. Now you're lonely by yourself. Probably not dating anybody for another 3-4 years. Like, I can see him, especially with Dave, because he wants somebody stupid. I could see him turning 36 and grabbing a 25-year-old. I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised. Grabbing a 25, someone who he can mold to his stupidity. He's not going to find somebody who's going to challenge him, because literally Lauren was that. Like, once she got her pick me, said she was challenging, holding his feet to the fire, and he was not having it. I was like, okay, enjoy your time by yourself, because men fumble women all the time. All right, so coming in, I have the top five things that made no sense. Coming in at number 5. The top 5 memorable moments. Baby, no one cares. Like, this episode gave very much. They're trying to make it a 5 years of Love Is Blind, because they started in 2020, right? Right when the landemic started. Something about that really pissed me off, because it shows y'all broke. Like, why didn't you just have a separate before the reunion, like a special? How come you just didn't have a special by itself? And like, it just felt like people would be like, and then my dog got sick. So who wants to hear number 3 on the most memorable moments from Love Is Blind? I was like, wait a minute, like, we wanted to listen to them talk about how their dog is sick. Like, it just gave broke. And like the memorable moments, like the fact that they didn't include like, there was just a lot of scenes that they didn't include that they should have. Coming in at number 4, hiring. What do I have on here? Why was there someone performing? Like, and the thing that sent me is that Vanessa Latchkey was like, I know you guys heard his music throughout the season, and then he comes and sings the performance. I was like, we do not know this man. I literally wrote down, he is great value Sam Smith. Like, he sings like he's British, I don't know, but he gives me great value Sam Smith. Like, he was hitting the notes, but we didn't care because we weren't resolved. Like, you didn't ask, like, where is Devin and Virginia now? Are they dating anybody new? Like, you didn't ask, is Joey still surfing? Like, we didn't ask the questions we wanted to know. Like, there was a lot. Like, I was really irritated by that. Coming in at number 3, the Mason and Meg reveal that they are not together anymore. We don't care. Like, I feel like going forward, we might just have to have a wedding dress rule. Like, if you did not walk down the aisle, you are not invited to the reunion. Or if you're going to be at the reunion, you need to be sitting in the crowd. Okay? Because that was really irritating me, that the people, like, I really want to know, where's Virginia and Devin at? Like, what are they up to? Like, I really want to know what they're up to. Like, I truly feel like once you give that access to everybody, it makes it seem like, okay, as long as I have a good storyline, I don't even got to match with anybody. Like, you don't even have to work hard to be, like, considered. Like, the fact that, I mean, Mason and Meg look good, but, like, I don't know. Plus Madison and Molly were there as well, and I was just like, why did he hear it? Madison's tea came cold, and it was boring. The sock bin challenge, another waste of time. So basically, with Monica's family, they have like a tradition where everybody uses the same sock bin or blah blah. Same sock bin challenge, and they all threw like different socks into it. It was just giving like it was wasting time. And like, I think the part about the sock bin challenge that pissed me off is like, they weren't asking the questions we wanted answered. Like, where's your sister? Like, we wanted to like see like some type of, we wanted to see like some, we got to see this sister, because at this point, I'm thinking you talking about a sister in Christ. You talking about a nun at this point. Like, what sister are you talking about? Like, we don't know what sister you're talking about. Like, but yeah, that was a waste of time. It gave very much. And like, they also had sock bin challenge / they had like the little music thing that Monica's family does. So that was really annoying. Okay, coming in, I was like, it was just really annoying and really tiring. I stayed up for that. Coming in at number 1, Aidy and Ollie getting engaged. A lot of people in the comments, and I went to Facebook, I went to Instagram. Like, a lot of people in the comments sent me, because like, I'm so happy for her. I knew this would happen. I was just like, why do we base a woman's value on a man's rejection or acceptance of her? Because AD been that. Like, I don't know, like, kind of like with Monica. Monica's gonna be wiped up. Kind of like with what's her name? She's so cute. Little bit. The one that with Jared. Yeah. Oh. Can't think of her name, but she starts with a Y, and she was Jared's second choice. Ended up getting divorced. But like everybody was in the comments saying like, "Oh my god, like congrats, AD. I knew what happened." Which I'm just like, not too much. Like AD is that girl. Like I don't know why. Like she's that girl. Like I don't understand why there was a surprise. Like, oh my gosh, she got engaged. As she should. She's amazing. Like she did what you're supposed to do is build your money up. Like build your money up. She's financially secure. Like she's financially secure. She's traveled. She's ready to settle down. I wouldn't be surprised if her and Ole, he's from across the pond. I wouldn't be surprised if they're expecting next year. Like this man looks so in love with her. And like one of the key things was when he was like, "Oh, are you ready?" And I was just like, "Of course." I would be like, "Of course I am." I'm really annoying, but I didn't like how I didn't like that the engagement was on the show. Cause I was like, I get it, but I'm also kind of like, we could have just found this out on the Instagram, but I guess we gotta fill up time. But overall, that's my review for the Love Is Blind reunion. Very much a waste of time. Like Madison came with tea, but it's so insignificant. I'm not even gonna mention it in the video. It was that boring. But don't subscribe, share. It's Claire Hair.